Hey guys, welcome back for another review. If you are new here, my name is Laurie. I love to do nail polish reviews. I love to do a little bit of nail art. And there's other things that I really enjoy that I do over on my Instagram page, and that's at Go Polish, and you can follow me there as well. So let's get into this review. I'm excited to be sharing with you the new O&J April Showers collection that they just released for spring 2021. It's a perfect time to do it, talking about rain, and all of these colors have like a gray tone to them. And I think that's great. O&J really needed to add some kind of gray and taupe colors to their collection. If you haven't tried O&J yet, I have a review of that entire line on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that down below. It's a long-lasting, non-cure nail polish, and I really enjoy the line a lot. All these polishes have a really great formula and a really good consistent formula. O&J sent me this collection just so that you're aware this is gifted. And here are the 4 colors here that we're going to talk about, and let's get into it. You can get these on their website. O&J does sell at Target as well. I don't know if they'll have this new collection quite yet or not, but you can buy their other products at Target as well. The first one I have here is Cloudy Skies, and it's this beautiful light gray with maybe a touch of beige. So it's a little bit taupe, but I would say it's a little more gray than taupe, and it's really nice. It's got a beautiful formula. I have here that it's opaque in 2 to 3 coats, but when I swatched it for the second time, it was definitely opaque in 2. So I think it's just going to depend on your application. But it's really nice. All of these have like a Crellish formula, which is my favorite, so it takes a little bit to build up, but they build up nicely in 2 coats. I just love that O&J brush so much. It's probably one of my favorite brushes. And I've said this before, but that and the SE Gel Couture brush are my favorite brushes. They just are awesome, and when you apply them, you don't have to do cleanup just because they go on so well. So I just have to say that. I couldn't find anything that was like super exact to this. O&J ECC was a little bit more beige. So they're kind of the same, not tone, but like shade. But that one's more beige. OPI, I can only wear OPI, was a little bit more blue than this. So some of the grays that I have are a little bit more blue than this one, and that one was. And then SE Press Pause, that was a little bit more blue too, but it was probably the closest to this one. So if you like that in SE, you're going to like it in O&J. And if you really like the O&J line, then you're going to like that they have a new shade to add to their mini great growing collection. And if you like O&J, you're going to love that they have a new polish to add to their growing collection, and I just really love them. And let's get into those comparisons. The next one we have is Rainy Day Walk, and it's this beautiful gray taupe-ish color. It's a little bit lighter, and it's kind of in between light and mid-tone, and I really love this one a lot. It's the one that I have on my nails today. I was really excited to wear this one. It's got a really great formula. It's a little bit Crellish, like I said. It's going to build up in 1 to 2 coats depending on your application. I could almost get 1 on all my nails, but a few of them I had to do 2, so it's like really borderline to 1 coat. I did compare it to some other polishes. O&J does not have anything close to this in their collection. Their shades are a little bit more beige. Take It Outside was a little bit more gray than this one, and then Taupeless Beach by OPI is going to be a little bit more purple, but I love that polish too. I love these kind of taupey shades, especially for summer. And then Morgan Taylor Chillin' with Jack, which is another great polish. That one was a little bit lighter and had a little bit more purple in it. So I didn't find anything that was exact to this, even though I felt like I had a lot of shades that were kind of close to this color, but a lot of the ones that I have are a little bit more beige and not gray. I do have to say that I do not have any of the OPI 50 Shades of Gray shades, and I know there's a lot of grays that came out in that collection, and so there might be something in there. I always have to say that might be close to these, but I don't have any of those, so I don't have any that were. So let's get into those comparisons. This next one is Scattered Showers. This is more of a mid-tone gray. It's really beautiful, and it maybe just has a touch of blue in it as well. The formula is going to be really nice. It's going to be opaque in 1 to 2 coats. Again, the formula is a little bit grayish, and it just applies so nicely, especially with that brush, and it's just fantastic. So I compared it. There were quite a few polishes that were very similar to this. I think they have like slight differences that you'll probably be able to tell in my picture. Hopefully that's clear. I compared it to OPI Susie Talks with Her Hands and Essie Serene Slate, and those seemed to be super close, but they just maybe had like a touch more blue in them. So they weren't exact, but they're super, super close. And in the dark light, they all looked exactly the same. So Morgan Taylor Smoke, the competition, was a touch more gray than this. This maybe had a little bit more blue than that. That's the comparison for those, and let's get into it. Last one is 100% Chance. I love that name, and I love this polish. So it's this beautiful gray polish, a mid-tone gray, a little bit darker but not too dark, and then it has this touch of blue in it. Love it so much. The formula is fantastic. It's going to be opaque in 1 coat, I believe. You might do 2. I always build up with 2 anyway, but the formula is just really, really great on this one. There were a lot of polishes that I really wanted to compare this to. I compared it to Winning Streak, and I'm going to read my notes carefully. This was closest to Essie Winning Streak, but this one maybe had a touch more purple than that, and that one had a little bit more blue. Petal Pushers, I know I'm going to get asked, is kind of the same color family, but it's a little bit lighter than this one, and I did not compare that to that polish on my nail, but I just thought I'd mention that because I know I'm going to get asked, because that's a really popular shade. So OPI Less is Norse, I love that polish so much, you guys. So it really reminded me of this one. That one was more blue and a little bit more rich in color, a little bit darker. And then Live with the OPI from the Washington, D.C. collection. I can't remember what it's called, but you'll see it in the picture. That one was definitely more gray. It didn't have this kind of blue hint to it, and it was darker. So while it was kind of close to some, it is a little bit different. While I'm sitting here, I actually just got up because I just thought Toned Down just came to my head. And so I pulled that one out, and that one looks pretty close. So maybe I'll add that one, and I'll have 2 swatch pictures for this, and maybe I'll add petal pushers as well, and maybe another one, so we just have another complete set of comparisons. So I will add that so you can see, because it does look like it's pretty close to that. So if you like that Essie polish Toned Down and you want it in Olive June, well, there you have it. It's a really good one. I like this one. And let's get into those comparisons. Okay, so that's it for the collection. Just a small little release, and I always drop stuff. I swear, this finger doesn't hold things very well. I did that this morning in my life. Anyway, Olive and June, like I was saying, they don't have colors like this, so it's nice to add these gray tones, and I think it's fun that they added them in springtime. What are your thoughts on this collection? Are you digging the grays, or right now are you ready to just have more spring colors? I thought it was kind of fun to have these grays. Okay, so let's pick favorites. Okay, I'm going to pick 2. I love shades like this, so I'm picking 100% Chance, love the name, and then Rainy Day Walk, which is the more taupey one, but really I love them all. I mean, it's hard to pick favorites on some just like neutral polishes. Neutrals are some of my favorites to wear. So what are your thoughts on this collection? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you've had good luck with Olive and June. I know it's kind of a newer brand and a lot of people are trying it out, and I just love to know how it's worked for you. I know a few people say that it hasn't worked for them. I have to say, you kind of just have to find the nail polish line that works for you. you. So even if someone else likes one and you don't like it, that's okay. You just need to find the one that works for you. They're all different. So I've really loved Olive and June so much. I will put a link down below to purchase these polishes, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I appreciate your support. We will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.